Your brain judges a logo in 13 milliseconds. That's faster than a blink. There are 4 laws of perception that decide whether a logo survives or vanishes. And in this video, I'll be showing you the winning formula. And you might be thinking there is no winning formula or no such thing. But the fact is, a logo is intentional and deliberate. And every good design goes through these steps and these principles. And this is to ensure that they don't get this wrong and they win every time. So let's get into it. Law number 1 is simplicity. So our brain stores a shape, not a drawing. Because our memory remembers the silhouette. The silhouette has to do all the work. So if you can't remember the silhouette, then you won't remember the shape. So think about this. So using no color, no words, and you knew all these 4 logos instantly. All these 4 logos are very unique in their own way, and we remember them right away because they have something in common. They're all really simple logos and easy to remember. Number 2 is closure. So your brain completes the shape. So look at the example on the right. You could see 3 circles, and all these 3 circles have a missing shape. And our brain instantly recognizes this and it completes the shape. And this is called closure. So our brain completes the shape and you can see the hidden triangle in the middle. And this tiny aha moment is what makes a mark stick and makes it memorable. So the fact that you can spot this and then you think that this is pretty cool and different, because you don't usually see these kind of unique and really thought out designs. And this creates the aha moment and sticks in your brain instantly. And this is why logos like the FedEx logo, the Panda WWF Panda logo, and the IBM logo sticks, because they give the brain a job to do. And because the brain usually works harder to get it right, it sticks in the brain and you're more likely to remember that brand and even share with your friends and family because you actually worked a bit harder to remember it and it sticks in your brain long term. The law here is to say less and let the brain finish it. Law number 3 is figure and ground. And this is using the empty space as part of the logo. And this is usually called negative space. And what it is usually the empty space inside the shape. So for example, here is 2 of my examples and logos that I've made in the past. On the left is bear cat, and you could see the cat's eyes that's in the empty space. And the shape of the bear is cut out in a way where the cat appears. Same thing on the right is gaming bird, and you can see the gaming controller and a bird in the empty space where the 2 analog sticks and it completes the shape of the bird. And these 2 ideas are merged into one without any extra work and any extra shape. So it doesn't look cluttered and is really simple. So it follows the rule of simplicity and it also creates the aha moment that I mentioned earlier. And also it uses the figure and ground. So your brain switches between the foreground and the background. And using this is the best way to put 2 ideas in one. Law number 4 is shape. So shape talks before words do. The brain reads shapes in milliseconds. It's really instant. And this is long before it reads the name of the brand. And you just need to pick a shape that matches this. So like you can use these shapes and each one tells a different story. Like for example, a circle is like unity, warmth, community, and so on. Shapes like squares is like stability, trust, and order. Or you can use the triangle for power, direction, and ambition. So think about what kind of emotions you want to spark and match that feeling with the shape that you want to use. So there's actually a winning formula for this, and you just need to think of these 5 things and make sure whatever brand or logo you have, it ticks all these 5 boxes. So you can run any mark through this and you can't miss one. This is the rule. Because if you miss one, it doesn't tick all 5 and it leaks memory and it's less likely to be the winning formula to remember it. So the first one is keeping it simple. Make sure that you can draw it from memory. Even if you see it within only for 5 seconds, you should be able to draw it from memory. You can see these 2 logos of mine on the right. You can see one for Fox Energy. It's literally extremely simple. 2 lighting bolts condensed into a shape of a fox. Same thing with the kerner. It's just a typeface, and I've customized it to make a face from the K. And you can see these 2 are extremely simple to remember, and it's condensed information as well. So make sure your logo is simple. Number 2 is distinctive. So it's different to other things that you've seen in the past. The whole point of a logo is to have the distinction and stand out from the rest. So that it's almost like a name, like calling people by their name, for example. They're supposed to be different to other people. This is why people have names and this is why brands have logos. So there's a distinction between the companies. So remember this. Make sure that there is this clear distinction with the logo that you have versus everyone else. The third thing is meaningful. It says something memorable. It says something about your business and your brand. And that could be something that's not directly related, like, for example, a plumber having a pipe, into their logo, but something that they care about, their heritage, their belonging, something that they care about. Like, for example, with Amazon, it's not exactly what they sell, but it's the customer service. So making sure that customer service is the priority, which is why you see a smile. And also they have everything from A to Z. That's why from the A to the Z on the Amazon logo, you see a smile. So having something meaningful and memorable will stick in the user's or the customer's brain, and they are more likely to remember it. And this will have a bigger impact on their memorability and in your business to thrive. The fourth thing is your logo needs to be versatile, and it needs to work in every size. Sometimes you see with over complex shapes and logos, or like too many colors, as you reduce the size of the logo, it loses meaning and you don't recognize it anymore. Make sure that this doesn't happen to your logo. So as you reduce the Fox Energy logo, the Kerner logo, it still stays intact, especially with the Kerner logo. So the K is actually the app icon, and as you reduce it, it works just as well. And as you increase the size on a billboard or a building, it works just as well. So make sure the logo that you have is versatile and it fits in different sizes for different needs. And point number 5 is your logo needs to be timeless. It can't be following a trend that's really good today and is gone tomorrow. So make sure the logo is timeless and it has actual meaning behind it. So the key here is to not have a logo that you need to update every 5 years, or to have something that's timeless and works for good. And these are the 5 things that you need to test against your logo to see if you have the winning formula and if you have a winning logo that sticks. If you guys want a mark that people don't forget, you can click the first link in the description and book a 30-minute call with me, and it's absolutely free. This is where I go through the design that you have already, or you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to guide you further. Thank you guys for watching my video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you very much.